Hello, and welcome to the second L.I.M.E Podcast. Um, Again, thank you all for everyone who tuned into the first one. We appreciate that a lot. Again, if you want to support it, please like and subscribe to the channel, and also the NHS link will be down in the description again for you all to donate. So, would my people I'm hosting this podcast with like to introduce themselves?
I'm VJ.
What's good? I'm Ben. Alright. That's the
order. Great coordination there.
Anyway, it's your boy Kinty.
Yeah, and I'm Ben.
Yeah, it's the same guys as last time. In this podcast, as you saw in the last one, we kind of have a massive thing, like a massive enjoyment about music. We've got Bonnie here, who's a up-and-coming producer, I'd like to say.
Hey, hi guys.
Got VJ trying to produce some music as well. And then Ben, who I don't know what he's doing with me when it comes to music.
Hey, undercover.
But yeah, we're just going to talk about just some certain topics in music today, really. So, first question I'm going to have for all of you is, who would you guys say is the most influential artist right now?
Right now.
Right now.
Okay. Drizzy Drake.
I've got to agree, man. I'm saying Drake.
Same.
No one has the pull that he has in the industry at the moment, I don't think.
And the way he's put so many people on.
Yeah.
Migos, everyone.
Travis.
Man.
Yeah. All you have to do is put Drake on the song.
Party, Weekend.
Man.
I'll say when it comes to most influential at the moment, Drake is definitely like number one. There's no question about that. But I think personally, up and coming like most influential at the moment might be Travis Scott.
Why do you think that?
Well, like it's if you see how popular he's become now, like I'll be honest, like maybe about 5 years ago, didn't really know who he was, and now he's just like after just 3 albums, he's just kind of boomed out of like sort of, I wouldn't say out of nowhere because there were people that were like listening to his EPs and mixtapes, but like when it came to like now he's not completely mainstream, but he has become more mainstream now, and like
I'd go as far as to say he's probably completely.
Yeah, and I definitely think like he's influencing quite a few young rappers now, because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I want, like, as much as Drake influences the whole industry, it's just like a lot of people now are thinking like, oh, just like Travis Scott is managing like just with one song, getting loads of listens, Spotify plays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like if you had a Travis Scott feature on a song, you definitely like blow up yourself as an artist.
Yeah, that's true. He'd probably do almost as much as a Drake feature.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like he has bare fanboys. That is true. But I don't think he's most influential.
Oh no, I'm saying he's up. He's getting there though. Drake is like sort of undisputed at the top right now.
Yeah, what do you think he's second?
I'm not sure who I'd put second.
I'd say second either the Migos or J. Cole.
Oh, I swear.
In terms of rap specifically.
No, I'd say Kendrick second, I think.
Really? What about Kanye?
I don't know if Kendrick's
I forgot.
You know what I mean? He's like one of the best, but
Kanye. I'd put Kanye.
Yeah, I forgot about Kanye. Still.
I'd put Kanye in the top 5, but I think Kendrick second.
Really?
I really think like
Lil Wayne's more than Kendrick.
Hey, Weezy. Yeah, like I think Kendrick is about skill, like that. But yeah, I wouldn't say like when you ask young kids or who do you want to rap like, or they're gonna be like necessarily, yeah, I'm trying to make music like and be like Kendrick. You're gonna hear like Travis Scott, Drake, like Kanye,
And if you put Kendrick on a song compared to Kanye, I think it'll blow up more if Kanye's on a song than Kendrick.
I mean, remember that Lil Pump song? Was Kanye.
Let's not talk about that.
Kanye. That was a banger.
Kanye.
The video was joke.
Kanye was going for things. It was like that song with the lyrics that went poopity scoop. I don't know what was going through his head.
No, but that's the thing. He's got to the point where he can just do whatever he wants.
He can do anything people will listen.
Fam, you know when his latest album,
Jesus is King.
I can't remember what song it was, but I was in it was one of the church heavy ones, and I was in the club, and the DJ blasted it. Everyone started going off like
that whole album. That whole album is Jesus heavy. I honestly didn't like that album.
I love that album.
People were tweeting. They're like, I'm going to church now, fam. Because of that album.
I mean, I legit went to church, fam.
To be fair to Kanye, once he released that album, the Sunday Service Choir, like their Spotify page did start blowing up.
Yeah, I think Kanye's influence is definitely.
Yeah, because like Father Stretch, because remember Father Stretch My Hand, that has like 2 million listens now. Ultralight Beam, 1.9 million.
Yeah, I think as always, Kanye, his influence isn't just about his lyrical; it's about what he does on his tracks, because he produces himself in it. It's like like when trust. Like Ben, 808 and Heartbreaks, like a lot of rappers nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Literally try to emulate that sound.
Everything he's done has like
moved the game forward.
The rap game.
Yeah, trust.
808 stage, it's like there's a lot of experimental music out there now.
That is true.
Everything he does, he's constantly pushing the genre forward and like pushing boundaries. I just think that's crazy.
I think as well, like, let's not lie, like Kanye is the one who like basically popularized like the whole human choir voicing on the track, innit?
Yeah.
Like when I hear that, I'm like, that's Kanye's sound, isn't it?
More time you can hear if it's a Kanye beat, in it, because of the heavy sampling and stuff.
Yeah, like pitched up soul samples. That's literally just.
So if you guys were writing a top 5 most influential artists right now, you'd have Drake 1, Kanye 2.
I don't know. I might put Kanye 1. I don't know.
Yeah, it's mad. I think as in like if you split it up into influence in terms of what you can do as an artist and then what you can do production wise. But Kanye and Jay-Z 1 and 2.
Influence comes under as well, like how much impact you have on rap, and I feel like rap would be very different if Kanye didn't exist, and I think you can say that to the same extent for Drake.
If you asked me 2 years ago, it definitely would have been Kanye, but I don't know, Drake's in pushing heavy.
Every year Drake's drops something that like takes over like all charts everywhere, fam.
Yeah, but then if that's what you're going off with Drake, you could say the same for The Weeknd.
Yeah, and plus, like the thing is,
but then who kind of helped The Weeknd go up?
No, I'm not saying. Obviously, I'm not saying that Drake didn't obviously help The Weeknd. But my thing is though, because The Weeknd signed, because everyone knows The Weeknd, I think, sort of signed with Drake to begin with, but then he never actually released anything under Drake's label or what label Drake was with.
Yeah.
He basically dropped Take Care, though.
Yeah. Low key, that's The Weeknd's album.
But since like The Weeknd's obviously left and done his own thing, releasing, like, you could say he's been a massive influence.
I feel like one difference between Drake and Kanye is that Drake has dropped mediocre albums, whereas I don't really think Kanye has to the same extent.
I don't know. The thing is,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know if Drake's actually dropped a mediocre album.
Mediocre.
I think that's more.
I still down to that shit.
I think that's more based on your perception, though, because like you said, because I don't think Jesus is King is a good album, and
I think it's better than Scorpio still.
Yeah,
and I didn't really rate his album Yay that much either.
Ye was very good in my opinion.
I didn't rate Ye either.
Yeah, Ye was not that that great. I felt like Ye was like hastily put together, fam. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, but it was.
Like,
I feel like there's still good beats on there. He's still rapping.
Whereas when it comes to like Drake's albums, you would say he had some mediocre ones. Apart from maybe, like Ben said, Scorpion. I don't really. The rest of his albums, I think, were good. Actually,
Views, I don't think was that good.
I love Views.
Views has anthems on.
No.
I'll accept that. Obviously, Work Controller, but as a whole, I don't think it's that good.
Yeah, BJ, thank you. I've been screaming this. And
That's
man have been telling me no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like, it's very hard to say Drake's had a mediocre one because every album is full of like bangers, isn't it? Songs that you can put on.
I don't think just having a couple bangers on an album makes it good.
no, I can agree with that.
I hear you, but it makes it better. It makes it not like I'd rather still listen to like a mediocre Drake album full of bangers than like a lot of other artists in the game. I'm not saying it's like Drake's best work, but it's still good music. Like it's still putting out something solid.
Then it's like if I see what you're saying as well, but then for me it's like I'll just go listen to Work or I'll just go listen to Control. I'm not gonna sit through the whole of Views just for those two songs.
There are good songs on this, but I don't know.
Well,
what's Drake's best album then?
My answer's already solid still.
Take Care.
Take Care.
I think Nothing Was the Same still.
Yeah,
was a really good album.
No, that's what put me on Drake. I can't even lie. Like, I wasn't listening to Drake at all, and then Nothing Was the Same came out, and I was like, wow, okay, let me cue him in now. And I remember back then, I remember back when people were saying, like, if you hopped on Nothing Was the Same, people were like, oh yeah, you're joining the Drake bandwagon.
So we're going with, if we were going like all time, most influential, maybe Kanye.
All time?
All time?
No, yeah, let's, because I've said right now. So right now you're saying Kanye. Well, Kanye maybe a couple years ago, but right now Drake.
Yeah, that's how I'd go.
Yeah. But honestly, all time.
Yeah, but all time most influential.
That's
Dr. Dre's up there for sure.
I was definitely gonna say Dr. Dre. Like, I don't think that's a disputed one when it comes to it.
And you know what I clocked? Every artist I've listened to, like interviews, have said Outkast have influenced.
Oh yeah, no. Andre was like even Andre 3000 now. Like, I know he's not Outkast, just him, because you have Big Boy in there too. But like, he's like one of the big names, and Andre 3000 just has influenced. I've read like him influencing so many people.
Yeah. I feel like Lil Uzi's sound reminds me a bit of Andre 3000. Like they kind of, you know how Uzi sounded like different to like everything like that's out there right now. Or at least when Uzi first kind of dropped his stuff, it was like, okay, like this is a bit different. And that's like the feeling I get every time I plug on like Andre 3000. I'm like, this is just different. Like,
yeah, and every Atlanta artist is always like, 3000.
Yeah, like he pretty much just represents Atlanta rap,
isn't it?
For sure.
So for right now, we have Drake 1, Kanye 2, basically.
We have to put Nas on there.
What for right now or all time?
Oh, right now. Oh, okay. I thought you meant right now.
I was gonna say for now, Kanye 1 and 2, and then all time you're gonna have Dr. Dre, Andre 3000. Then I can agree with Nas being third.
No, but what about Jay-Z?
Yeah.
I feel like Nas.
I think
Jay-Z as well.
I think Jay-Z fits more into the all time than now.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I don't see it. But he's not more influential than the other three.
He's
all
not.
Time.
Yeah, all time. I would not say Jay-Z's more influential.
I think Jay-Z's more influential than Nas, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like
Jay-Z put Kanye on pretty much.
I feel like Nas gave Jay-Z his sound. Nas influenced Jay-Z the most, and then obviously Jay-Z kind of commercialized that all and just took it off, innit? Like,
Yeah, no, I get you. Oh, we'll have them tie for third.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, but then moving on, who would you say is the best rapper right now then? Both in the American, so one in the American, and then who would you say also in the UK scene?
This is an interesting one.
let me start off with the UK by saying Dave,
Wait,
man.
can I ask you a question? By rapper, do you mean like bars, straight
Yeah.
bars?
Are we talking songs or bars?
When it comes to rapper, I'll take mumble rap as well.
Oh, that.
So we're talking songs then?
Well, because if you want to go, you can. How about you do this? We'll go best bar like rapper that straight bars, best mumble rapper, and then we'll go best rapper in the UK scene. Because, like, let's be honest, the American scene, UK scene, completely different.
What, right now?
Right now.
Oh, that.
I was starting with America first.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go American best rapper right now, like just straight bars. If we're going straight bars, for me, it is like definitely between J. Cole or Kendrick. I wouldn't put. I'm not putting Drake in there when it comes to straight bars.
No, Drake's not a bit.
Yeah,
As a rapper, Drake's not nothing crazy. He just makes very good songs.
Yeah, he hasn't rapped in a while.
but if you told me like if you were going American rapper that like was hype, I would say Travis. But we're not really talking about him. But if we were talking about hype, it'd be Travis because I don't see him as a mumble rapper. But he doesn't really spit bars either.
This is actually a mad
It's a
question.
difficult question.
Yeah, trust me. There's so much like in America, like each state has got its own like goat, fam. Yeah.
Well, right now, straight bars, I really don't. The competition, I don't see it. Like the only two people who can really see it is Kendrick and J. Cole.
Yeah, probably.
There would have been a time maybe if Logic, you know, as much as a lot of people probably will clown me for saying this, Logic probably would have been in that conversation.
Loki, I think the thing is, Logic puts out a lot of conscious rap. Like all of his stuff is conscious rap, and people ain't trying to hear that. Before they call him corny. Because if it's coming down to skill, then
No,
yeah,
if it's coming down, you know, Logic would have to be up there. But the issue for me when it comes to Logic, I just don't think he just didn't keep excelling. He sort of like he just sort of went sort of downwards.
He kind of stagnated for a while.
Yeah, and his music's just not popping like that anymore.
I don't know. I feel like it's hard to pick bars now because like there aren't many rappers like that. Like you know, back in the day, there's M. And
Yeah.
Wayne and all of them.
Yeah.
I think
it's just basically Kendrick or Cole.
Eminem's still in the conversation because he still does spit bars. Like even
but Eminem's a bit more.
Em needs to let this generation
album.
breathe, fam. Man, I'm still trying to make his peace. Like, you made your case, man.
Yeah, and like he's just not the guy anymore. I can't lie.
So then, who are you gonna have for mumble rap then?
Wait, I've still got a couple more.
Oh, you haven't.
I'm still thinking.
I thought we all decided on when it came to bars, it was J. Cole and Kendrick.
No, because there's a couple rappers. It's like they're not as big. Then they're still quite popular. A lot of people listen to them, but like they're not mainstream.
Who would you say then?
Honestly, people that I'd name up there, JID's up there.
Oh yeah, no, JID does have bars.
Denzel Curry, I think.
Yeah.
He's also got bars. And Freddie Gibbs. You man know that I'm a Freddie Gibbs
guy.
But nah, the guy can actually, like, he can rap. He's got bars. Like, he released the album with Madlib, like one of the best producers. And it's like top 10 albums of the last decade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, you keep telling me to listen to it.
I'm telling you, man.
I did listen to his album Shadow of a Doubt, and I did rate that. To be fair,
that's also a good album. But yeah, I think he has some of the best bars that I've heard from rap in this generation.
that's fair enough.
What about Blueface?
You're a funny guy, man.
Hey.
Bonnie, what about you? Who are you gonna say? Best right now in the bars.
I'll say J. Cole. But I'm just trying to rap because I know we've definitely missed some people. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
No, 100%. There's so many.
and as well, like a lot of rap, like for example, rappers will switch between their flows. Like you might classify them like a mumble rapper, but then they'll come off and
They can actually rap, yeah.
yeah, like actually like offset, like off rip, and then just drop bars. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
There's so many rappers like that because what's popping is like, I don't, the term mumble raps would be like, doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, but like, it's kind of what people just want to turn up.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. But it's like, a lot of people who they can spit, but they just choose not to. They just choose to keep it simple and just get people lit because that's what people want to listen to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Little Pump can spit.
That guy's not been relevant for a while now. So
the thing is though, I rate Lil Pump solely for the reason that no one else could make hooks with 3 words bang like Lil Pump can make them bang, fam.
No, you have to rate people that get their money, fam. And then
Yeah, trust like.
no, I think
Gucci Gang, 2 words, fam. Man, how many meals, man, made off that?
People get famous for a reason.
Yeah.
No, I get you.
What about Nipsey Hussle? Mentioning him now because of obviously he's deaf and that. I feel like we should
To be honest, I never actually listened to him, so I can't give my opinion on him.
I only heard him in like YG songs.
Victory Lap. I listened to that album once, and that was quite good. I like that. You definitely get that far. Also, I just thought of someone else who's like, he's like a very, very popular underground guy. There's like a name that people give him a lot is your favorite rapper's favorite rapper because he's like people who are rappers respect him because he's so good. Doom.
Oh yeah.
Like, that guy, the way that he rhymes words. He's got one song where he rhymes something with some Swedish volcano, which is like 14 letters long or so, no, longer than that, like 20 letters long or something like that.
He's also got that one where he's like the whole verse is like, you know how rappers will pause and say and like connect the things or whatever, tell their story using like they'll describe the story, man. Like every word is rhyming with every single word in the verse, fam.
Yeah. No, I've seen that one. Yeah, there's somewhere every word rhymes with something else in the previous line.
Yeah, like a whole sentence. And, like
technically, he is one of the best, but it's like his music can be hard to listen to. I'll admit that. Like it's not something that some of it might be, but it's not something that you put on the aux, for example.
Yeah,
but like technically, he's
too much heat, fam.
That's fair. So, moving to the next one, who have we got for mumble rappers?
I have to mention the Migos first of all.
Of course.
Future.
Of course.
Future.
Hey, but personally, I say Kodak, fam.
I'm gonna say Gunna, man.
Oh, okay.
I think because the thing is, Gunna mumbles, but he's still got bars. Like he got like good flows.
I'd say 21 Savage because I think right now he does count as a mumble rapper.
You think?
I don't know. I feel like 21. I don't know. He has bars.
I feel like 21 he's kind of evolved. Definitely, his most
in his new album he definitely
part of mumble rap, I'd say.
But before he was when he started, he was definitely part of mumble rap.
Oh yeah, like when it was like No Heart, all that was he was mumbling there.
Yeah, no, because until like I'd say he's like consistent with like spitting bars, I'm still going to put him in as a mumble rapper, and I'd definitely say he's up there.
He should be in the UK category, fam.
True. All those memes of 21 Savage when that was found out was he's
been lying low since then though. He's been lying low.
That was definitely a golden moment on Twitter.
Yeah,
that was
top 5 days all time on Twitter.
I can not disagree. That was amazing.
Hey, before I forgot about my man Dame Dollar. He got bars. Dame, he got bars, man. Let me. For people listening,
I
haven't
listened,
heard of Dame
I
Dollar.
listened to that one freestyle he did on Sway in the morning, but I haven't really listened to any of his actual music because that's
listen to the letter. Oh, his first album. I can tell you will not be disappointed. 100%, you will not be disappointed.
Well, since we're talking about Dame Dollar, maybe we should add Lonzo in there.
VJ, who are you saying for mumble rap?
I'm still thinking, you know. Obviously, I'm quite a big Playboy Carti fan, but
I know. Playboy. Actually, for me, I'd definitely say though, right now, for me, best like mumble rapper, Lil Uzi Vert. Maybe not his new song Sasuke. I thought that was trash, but like he doesn't really disappoint with his music. I'd say.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Ooh, you know, Young Thug.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that took. I can't believe it took us that long to mention it.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when he had that moment where he changed his name to Sex?
Yeah.
He just changed his name to Sex for some time, and then I don't think he ever caught on. So everyone just stuck with Young Thug in the end.
Nah, but I feel like Young Thug is like also a mumble rap pioneer. Remember when Lifestyle came out? No one knew what he was saying, but everyone.
Yeah, trust.
It's like Rich Homie Quan.
Bro.
A lot of people used to associate mumble rap with Young Thug back in the day. Like,
the thing is that mumble rap is so lit, like when you're waves.
So lit,
it just bangs differently.
I think like people need to stop trying to put like rap in like in a box, innit? Like let it breathe, you know, like.
And I think
it doesn't have to be straight hip hop all the time. Like
that's what
I get that.
Some people need to definitely kind of loosen up a bit. Like, okay, you can want technical bars and wordplay and every word to rhyme, whatever. That's cool. I like that too. But it doesn't need that because at the end of the day, it's just sound. If it sounds good, it sounds good.
Yeah, music's music.
Yeah,
I get that, but then sometimes you just got people. I just can't agree with screamo rap. I'm sorry.
Well, no, that's just your taste, isn't it? Some people like that, and that's I don't like screamo either. But
I just want people. If anyone who listens to screamo rap is listening to this, let me know why you like it.
What is screamo rap?
I can't remember his name, but there was this one artist that did. It's literally like, do you remember like heavy metal, but when they used to scream?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally that, but like rap music instead. They're screaming like mumble rap.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Sounds like it'd be fascinating.
Like, if I'm being honest, like it's like VJ said, it's probably people's personal taste. It just hurts my ears when I hear it.
Yeah.
Wait, who did you say for mumble rap, Brandon?
Lil Uzi Vert.
Okay.
Okay, then. So who have we got for the best rapper in the UK scene?
Ooh.
I'm saying, and it probably, I'm saying Dave off the bat. Like, obviously I respect all the other, because we've got a lot of talent in the UK in it. But I think Dave he's probably like, how old is he now? He's still very young. Like, yeah, like, and he's rapping like he's 20, 26, 28, like.
Yeah.
About stuff that grown rappers won't even approach, innit?
Well, he's 21.
Yeah, he's only 21.
Yeah, no, that Dave's definitely up there. He's got.
I'll have to say JME though, fam.
I'd say Skepta is number one in the UK.
True.
I'd say Dave is up there, but
obviously because before we were talking about rapping ability, are we just talking about who we think's our favorite, like who you think's the best?
The best right now in the UK scene, not our favorite.
J
Huss has to be.
If we're going off favourites, I'd say one Asen, but
because like J Huss is just, I don't think you can always play a J Huss song, man.
Yeah, the album was banging.
Yeah,
but then you could say the same for like Skepta and JME, to be honest.
True. But I guess like sometimes, you know what I mean? Like some people are emotive, they're probably not trying to hear like, I don't know, what's it called? Serious.
Yeah, no, I get that. No, I can agree with that.
Obviously, I'd happily hear Serious Motive, but some people probably aren't. Yeah.
No, but you know who's cold with it? Effortlessly, D Double.
He's almost like UK mumble rap.
Yeah, Travis. Who else? Nah, but I don't really rate any of the new guys like H.
I personally think, H has got some bangers. To be fair, he has got some bangers. Like at first, I'll admit I wasn't a big fan, but like once you listen, like he has got some bangers.
To be fair, I'm not an H guy either. I'll be honest.
Maybe I'm just being an old head.
That's fair. No, I'd say H definitely has some bangers right now. Like maybe not all of his songs. Like the songs I like by him are like Bust Down. His featuring Strike a Pose.
Some people that man, they get too much love, and it's like they're fine, but I don't know why they're so popular. It's DBE.
But when it comes to like Dave, I think like give him a couple of years and he'll probably be the best in the UK.
But
I think as well we need to talk about Stormzy. Cause
yeah, he has a range, isn't it?
Yeah.
I respect Stormzy as a person. I think he's a great guy, and like he's doing a lot for a lot of people. Like he's a very good person, but his most recent music is just it's not for me personally.
No, his first album was amazing though, I'll give it, but I didn't like his new album.
Yeah, I didn't like his new albums either.
I still haven't listened to it.
I don't know, I don't really like his. No, I get he has to make Bossy Bop and all that, but I don't know. I just don't feel like that's the same.
I like Vossy Bop, but I preferred him back when he was doing like Wicked Skengman 4.
Yeah, I want the Skengman back.
He's definitely one of the most influential guys.
I did like his diss tracks at Wiley.
See, I just didn't even get into that. I don't know why. Like I know he loved beef, but I just wasn't feeling it.
Look, I don't think it's because nothing's really going to top when Chip and Bugsy had beef, and when Chip and Youngin had beef as well.
That was like one of the best eras in the
UK. Yeah, I don't think really any beef is going to top that for a while.
Low-key, Chip earned the title Grime Team Savior because Grime wasn't even on people's radars, and then that whole beef started, and
and then Devilman and Skepta.
Yeah,
But Saskiller dropped an underrated diss in that.
Yeah, man, no one knew about that one.
Didn't it? Like, that was cool.
Yeah, so
we need beef, man. I feel like that's what that's what the UK scene needs. Like, we need beef.
It's like when the UK scene is at its best, when people are beefing.
Yeah,
I definitely say though, I think Youngin won that beef between Chip and him.
Nah, I don't.
Nah,
no way.
Yeah, Chip had to get 6-7 involved just to stop him from like dissing him back.
But but the thing is, Youngin was producing pop hits. It wasn't bars. Chip was coming at him with bars, but
I don't even think Youngin can come at Chip.
Yeah, trust.
Well, no, maybe if it went on a bit longer, probably I would have said Chip won, but. From like the ones that we had, I'd have said I think Youngin won that.
Yeah, because like who even was Youngin when Chip first blew? You know what I mean? I'm talking about like Chip and all that. When he was like what 15, 16.
But when it comes to the Bugsy and Chip beef, definitely Chip won that.
I'll tell you one thing I didn't get about that beef. Everyone was Bugsy and that was saying, like he worked with Chris Brown on Champion, like as a diss. Like, he has a song with Chris Brown. Do you know how good that is?
Yeah. Salty, you're salty still.
Now that you've mentioned Chris Brown, that reminds me. You know when we said best rapper when it came to bars, you could have mentioned Joyner Lucas in that.
Oh, I forgot Joyner. Yeah, Loki. Joyner.
That song called Will. That song's a banger.
I've never listened to him personally.
Yeah, same.
Joyner's. Oh, I was listening to his
Joyner has bars. Like he's straight bars.
He's a storyteller. That's what.
Yeah.
There was this one song he was one of his songs he was talking about how his girlfriend. So it starts out the song. You think he's rapping about a kid, and you think the kid is his at first, right? And he's saying he doesn't like the kid, he hates the kid. You're like, yo, bro, why are you saying that to your own kid? And then the bomb drops, and I ain't gonna drop the bomb in case you might come across the song, but you're like, rah. It gets you in your feelings differently, man. Like,
And then he also had that song that was wrote about Will Smith, which a lot of people have liked it because, you know, instead of having everyone just write songs about the artist after that, like about a person once they've died, like in memory of them, he decided he wanted to write a song so that Will Smith could hear it before anything like happened to him, which I thought was a great concept. Definitely, like, I definitely need to see more of that because we don't. Because it's nice for like people. Cause some people, even though they're famous and stuff, they don't even realize how much they're affecting other people's lives and stuff. So it's like it's a nice concept to maybe do more. Like artists should be doing more of that.
Yeah, I hear that.
I have to listen to him still.
Back to the UK, I think like in the UK, what we need is like But do you remember that letter to Cadet and letter to Crept?
Oh yeah, no, that
thing.
else.
Yeah, because I feel like whenever artists over here produce stuff that's like in the community or whatever, to be like we relate to it way more than if it's like a normal tune, innit? Like, I feel like that's when they're at the best, like the Beefs, for example, and stuff like that, like Skangman, like
Emotions, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I love how though we completely were talking about the whole Chip beef, and we didn't even put him as one of the best in the UK.
Oh no, yeah, bro. Longevity, he's definitely up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's been around in the scene for a while.
He's been doing it since he was in high school.
Trust. I'm still banging out AIDS and everything.
Isn't it? Yeah. But have you, man, speaking of Cadet, have you, man, listened to his album?
No,
Wow.
not yet.
No, me either. I was hoping you would, so I could hear about it.
Oh, is it like a posthumous one?
Yeah, it came out like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, mad.
Yeah,
Albums after people die are always sticky because obviously it can be done well, but
they have no like input.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a cash grab from the family.
Oh yeah, but I think Crept and that had like input on it, so it should be alright.
That's fair though.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely give that a listen to next time. But since we're on the topic of albums, then, because as we know, we're still in this lockdown, and I'd like to say to anyone listening, please stay indoors. Just please. The more we stay indoors, like the more people just stay indoors instead of and continue social distancing, the quicker this lockdown will probably end.
Right.
But because we're stuck in it, what albums are you going to recommend to anyone listening to this? Because let's be honest, everyone's got a lot of free time now. So have you got any albums to give for the people to listen to, like in their spare time?
Well, I'll say Denzel Curry and Kenny Beats. They made a joint album called Unlocked. They also made a video with it as well. It's like 20 minutes long. And it's like, it pretty much just plays the album whole through, and it's like different animation styles. It's pretty cool. I'd say watch or listen to that.
Say Heaven or Hell, Don Toliver. Because once I listened to that, that was a banging album. So I'd suggest people listen to that one as well.
Okay, I must have to say, everybody, Logic. Honest, the album's there. If we're talking peace, love, positivity, which is what Logic's all about, I think everyone should check that album out, or at least give it a listen. It talks about some dope stuff in it.
I think Tory Lane's new mixtape is probably worth a new listen. The new Toronto 3. I thought that was good.
Haven't listened to it.
If you want something,
neither have I.
If you want something that's not rap, kind of more instrumental, where it's like got like Anderson .Paak feature on it, for like soul and stuff like that. A guy called Knowledge made an album. It's called 1988. That has a lot of like sample type tracks that are quite smooth. That's quite a nice album.
I'd recommend It Is What It Is by Thundercat. I listened to that and I really enjoyed that.
Thundercat's very good.
Yeah.
Phases as well by Melly. Just add a feminine touch to the podcast, a bit male heavy. But yeah, that was a banging album.
I'd say another. If you want someone underrated, Jack Harlow's Sweet Action. Even though I know what's popping is sort of blown up now, but like that EP was quite good. Like it's worth a listen. Okay.
You know what I've been listening to? It's unreleased, but I've been listening to Yandy by Kanye West.
Isn't that available on SoundCloud?
Yeah, like you can get it's leaked everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. His cousin must have stole his laptop again. But yeah, it bangs still.
I know this is probably a lot of people will be put off it just because I'm saying who it is, but I'd say Sire by Jaden Smith. Because I know a lot of people get put off by the fact it's Jaden Smith, like, but that album does actually bang, and a lot of people I know who I've put on to listen to it really enjoyed it. So I definitely recommend giving that a listen as well.
You know, I hate when people like don't listen to artists because like it's popular. They're not popular. You know what I mean? Like
it's not even because it's not popular. They're just like, oh, it's Jaden Smith. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know that's what I'm trying to say. Like just because like they have a bad rap or whatever, man, you should give every music a chance, innit?
Yeah. Music.
For real. If you listen to it and you don't like it, that's fair. But that's different from, I guess, being outright. No, that's what,
Yeah.
and you haven't heard it.
Yeah,
being like prejudged
about it. Yeah.
And then I'd say my final two songs I'd recommend is he's more of a producer because I'll be honest, I found him through like that KSI song, Down Like That.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say listening to SX because I found out he produced for like Childish Gambino and stuff, and he does actually have some banging songs. Listen to him.
Oh yeah, he's a mad producer.
Yeah, so if I'd say listen to SX, Always Wrong or Too Soon. Those two are absolutely banging songs. I'd honestly recommend giving those a listen. Has anyone got any other albums or something they want to give for the people to give?
Like I said earlier, Pinata, Freddie Gibbs, one of the best albums of the last decade. Listen to it. I will always plug that album, man.
Oh, the letter O, Dame Dollar. That one bangs.
Right, so here's the next thing we're going to talk about. I'm pretty sure you've all seen it. If you haven't, I'm kind of worried about you three. Like, you might have been living under a rock. But I wanted to get your opinions on the Travis Scott Fortnite concert. And like how you feel about other concerts being held like that.
Well, in terms of specifically the Fortnite one, I mean, I guess it's kind of cool, you know what I mean? Travis doing his thing. It's opportunity for him to expand and whatnot. But it low-key feels like Fortnite just kind of needed some playing against.
Yeah, no, because I did read somewhere, didn't read, but a lot of the people streaming it were like, we got very good reviews. Like, I think it got about 12 million people who watched it on the first night.
That's pretty good to be fair.
Like, who literally just went on Fortnite just to look at his concert. But
I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah, no, but I saw a lot of people, streamers saying like how concerts might be held like this in the future and stuff like that.
What?
Yeah, and like I can't remember who said it, but one Fortnite streamer even went, "Oh, this is better than a real life concert."
Well, that's obviously cap because
a Fortnite streamer. That's why.
I definitely agree, but like honestly, maybe like in the future, concerts might, maybe not specifically on Fortnite, but concerts might be held virtually in the future. How would you feel about that?
I feel like there's nothing wrong with that, but you definitely couldn't charge, say, like the same premium that you charge for like an actual concert. Because at the end of the day, I could go watch. Someone will have recorded a Travis Scott set, and I could just go watch.
True.
You know what I mean? Because it's like there's something about being at a concert and like kind of just the vibe and everything like that, the energy that makes it different. Like, and I don't think you can get that from a living room.
No, I can agree with that because I definitely feel like the Travis Scott concert, compared to what it was like in real life when I went to see him live, there's like no comparison. The one I saw live was so much better.
Yeah, trust like having Travis on Fortnite is you came to play Fortnite, not to listen to Travis, innit?
Yeah.
No, but the bit that was lit, I thought when I saw it, the bit where like the beat dropped and everyone got shot up in the air, that was kind of lit. I was like, okay, that gives an element of like realism.
Yeah, no.
The giant Travis did look dope as well, walking around like.
No, Yeah, I definitely think like the Fortnite thing was executed though, but
Well, because I like the idea right now while we're stuck in this lockdown.
yeah, exactly.
Stuff like this to be happening. So I was going to say for my next concert, question actually, I was going to say, since we're stuck in this until obviously this lockdown ends, who would you like to see do something like that like next?
Well, like
maybe not specifically on Fortnite, on any game, but just like host like a virtual concert like that, just something to entertain the fans for now.
Bobby Tarantino.
Yeah, so yeah, fair enough. You'd want to see Logic. Is there anyone else you think like you'd like to see, or anyone you think would pop off?
Kendrick, just because I've not seen that guy do anything in so long.
Yeah, because it's virtual, you could probably pick someone that you're never going to see. So, damn. I'll say Michael Jackson.
Yeah, no, you got to be more realistic about it.
No, because
that was bang.
But you've got to get like the permission and stuff, and it's also like the way they did it with the Travis Scott one. They had all of his input on it, like all of it. It was all his input on how it was going to work.
Yeah, I think before as well, go on Travis Scott. I think the dopest thing about Travis is like his vision for his music.
Yeah,
because I think that's what sets him apart, really.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because like his earlier stuff, like I listen to songs now, like from back like 2012 and 13. I didn't even know Travis Scott is in the song, but now I hear like his ad libs in the background. Like, I'm like, oh damn, that's him.
Yeah, Travis.
I didn't even clock at the time.
And like the whole go on, Ben.
And like because now he has like a whole set path, like he's laid it out, and everyone just knows who he is now.
Yeah,
it's like it's worked.
That's the American dream.
You don't get
if you don't end up in jail.
I think if I was going to pick someone though who I'd want to do a virtual one, I think for me it'd be maybe Frank Ocean, Childish Gambino.
Good luck getting Frank Ocean to do anything.
Like, good luck getting. You mean good luck getting both of them? Childish Gambino's just living in his own little bubble right now, as well as Frank Ocean. They're both just. I reckon it'd be sick. I think Brockhampton would do a sick one.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that would be pretty lit. That if they just because it doesn't have to be on a game. It could literally just be like for fans. They just put up a link online and just be like, "We're just going to do a virtual concert here." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think more artists should do like kind of stuff where they can kind of interact with the fans on that kind of personal level. Do you know what I mean? Because like, there's one producer, Kenny Beats. He made the album that I was talking about earlier, the Denzel Curry one, and it's like he's streaming on Twitch right now, and he'll just go on there, he'll make beats, show people how he does stuff. One thing he's doing is getting subscribers to make beats while he's streaming, and they send them in, and he rates the beats. And then the beat that wins, he can get a famous rapper to rap on it. So like Flow Part or something like that. This is just some random kid from somewhere, and someone that they look up to is putting them on like that. I think something like that is crazy.
Yeah,
that's a good way.
Yeah, no, I like that.
People who make you who you are.
I know a lot of people will say he's not really a rapper, but I liked when KSI did his thing where he got all his fans to like send in videos of them rapping to one of his songs. And then he said the winner would be included on his album. I thought that was like a really good idea.
Yeah, man.
Because like even if you don't like class KSI as a rapper, like he's still putting someone else on with his album.
Yeah, 100% is the thought. I think obviously they can do what they want; they're not obligated to. But it would be nice if artists could like kind of be more interactive with fans, obviously as much as possible because they've got millions of fans. But it's like, because obviously without the fans, they wouldn't be who they are.
Yeah, no, I get it. But that's what was going to lead me on to asking. So, like, Post Malone yesterday hosted like a little virtual concert on his Instagram Live.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to ask, do you think the artists should be doing more of that then? If they want to, because like that's obviously a perfect way. Even though it's very hard for them probably to see all the messages being sent to them on the live, like, do you think they should probably do more of that?
Yeah,
I think
like all the track to like with artists go head to head on like Instagram Live is pretty sick as well.
Yeah. Like this might not be for artists, but there's been this guy called Curtis King as a producer, and he's been doing like beat battles against other producers, and those have been quite dope to tune into, like in lockdown.
Yeah, like who did one like Timberland and Swiss Beats as well.
Swiss Beats, yeah.
I need to check that one out.
Yeah, there's been loads. There was like DJ Premier and RZA.
RZA.
Yeah, like who would be your ideal one to go head to head? Like not just producers, artists as well.
Ooh.
I'd say because I've been waiting for this joint album for so long, I'm gonna say Kendrick and J. Cole. I would love to see them go head to head. As much as I can dream, that joint album's never gonna happen at this rate.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, but if I could see them go head to head, I think that would make up for it for me.
That would definitely be a good battle.
Especially because they both got bars. Like, there's only one way I could see it going, and that's well.
Honestly, I'd say Kanye versus Drake. Cause I feel like that's one where it's like, I don't know, I can't separate them in terms of hits.
Bro, the whole world would tune in. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I think Kanye versus Drake would be one of the best battles.
That would be hard. And I think Lil Wayne versus Drake as well would go hard.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I can agree with that.
What are you saying?
Producer-wise, I'd like to see this kid called K Beezy versus Nick Mira. I feel like that would be like a little bit of fun, like enjoyable to watch in that. And artist-wise, I'd love to see Dave versus J Hus, man.
Okay.
Sorry that out there. Hey.
That's a good one.
Actually, if I wanted to see J Hus go up against anyone, it might be I'd say Kojo Funds.
Kojo. We didn't even mention Wretch 32, you know.
Oh,
that's true. We didn't mention him.
No, he has bars.
To be fair, I've never listened to any Wretch album. I know a couple of his songs, but his Fire in the Booth slapped.
Yeah, with Avelino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a joint album that's pretty good as well.
I swear.
Yeah, good stuff.
I did also remember I had one more album I wanted to mention as well.
Go
on. I know you know about her, Kali Uchis.
Mm-hmm.
I'd definitely say if anyone hasn't listened to Isolation by her, definitely give that a listen because I thought that album was amazing.
What style is it, or what genre?
She's she's
kind
more
of poppy, but not pop. As in, like not like you'll hear it on the radio kind of pop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's definitely worth a listen. Like,
yeah, she's got a feature with Tyler on there.
Yeah, she's got Tyrant with Georgia Smith, which I thought was a
lovely song.
She has that song with Steve Lacy, Steve Lacy's got really good music. He's in Because the Internet, and that song with Steve Lacy is a banger. Because when we saw it live, that song popped off.
Yeah, Steve Lacy is very good as well. But yeah, that's a good album. To be honest, I've not listened to that in a while. But you remind me, I'm probably going to listen.
Yeah, no, because I saw on Twitter, I completely forgot she dropped an EP. I think this week. So I'm going to have to give that a listen before I can tell anyone to go listen to that.
Nah, there's too much music to check out these days.
even in lockdown, there's not enough time at all.
But I'd definitely say from the ones we've recommended, I'd just go and check them out. As even I'm going to probably check out that Pinata Freddie Gibbs one.
Yes, I'm putting people on. People need to know, man.
If you just advertise.
Yeah, man, I'm preaching. Even if you don't like it, I don't care. I'm still going to preach.
Hey. Speak your truth.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all for today's L.I.M E Podcast. Again, please like and subscribe to the channel, and please donate to the NHS. It's like £1. Anything really helps them, so please just donate as much as little or as much as you can. It's any little helps. But thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you all next time for the next L.I.M.E Podcast.